What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This one's entitled City Girls versus Country Girls. See, a lot of times, brothers, we've been talking about, the American woman, the westernized woman ain't shit and they're not compatible. And we need to get women of other races and women from other countries and women from another planet, you know. But this is the one thing that people forget. You never talked about getting a country girl. Because most of the people who talk like this, whether they're men or women, seem to forget that because most people who are online are raised in the city. So when you're raised in a metropolitan area, it's a different lifestyle from being raised in the country. Now there are people who are from the country that come to the city, and and it's always been known, for some of y'all who probably don't understand this, people who are raised in the country have the best of both worlds because they were raised in the country and have country values and are able to do things. They know the country life and they're able to adjust to the city life. But most city people never go to the country. So that's and wind up growing entitled and thinking the country life is beneath them. So they never really have country values, as far as hard manual labor out with the in the elements, farming, or speaking to your neighbors, or having different manners and being able to look a person in the eyes when they talk, and a firm handshake still being okay, and understanding how to communicate with people and read people from afar, as far as not their intentions but how they're feeling, and to care about people, because less people means more interaction, and you become better socially when it comes to interacting one-on-one with people. It's not with less people in a fishbowl, because in a small town everybody knows everybody. In a country town, everybody knows everybody's family. You can't get anything over on anybody. Your reputation is more gold because everybody will know you. Not a 6 degree of separation. They'll know you. And people forget that when it comes to dating. Because see, city girls are used to, the anonymity or the ability to be anonymous, even though they're in a metropolitan city. That's where all the attention comes from, because guess what? At any given moment, they can have thousands of guys fiending for them or lusting after them, because guess what? They're from the city. When it comes to all the thirst traps and social media, city girls. Because guess what? If I say, oh well, you know what? Let's see. Let's see the profile of this Instagram model from Natchez, Mississippi. You're not gonna. The fact that it says Natchez, Mississippi, she ain't on your radar. It's got to be New York, L.A., Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Vegas, Dallas, Houston, Miami, Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? Where they have to have a major sport team. Oakland. That type of stuff. Because a guy looking around is not gonna say, man, there's some banging girls in Fresno. Stockton, badass bitches in Stockton. You ain't gonna say that. But that's the thing. Because when we're talking about the women that we like and don't like, sometimes a lot of the qualities that we're looking for is in country girls. And country girls don't necessarily look as good as city girls because they don't have to compete like city girls. So, you know, they're a little less, more homely, less harlot. Um, they're not as overtly sexual in the way they dress and carry themselves. So if you brought a country girl to the city, at first she's not gonna dress and act like a city girl. She's gonna be like, I just can't, you know, she just can't keep up. Part of the idea of women from other parts of the globe is really they came up in a less fast-paced society also, with dreams of America. And that's the same thing with country girls. They come from a less than fast-paced, a slow society with dreams of living big in the city, you know. So when somebody say they may be just as corruptible as a woman from another country when she comes over here, yeah, that could be true. But a lot of times, it's different when you bring a person from another country, because once they learn the language of this country, and the people they hang around make life normal to them. Country girls already was raised in this country. They know the language, they know the culture, but the dysfunction ain't normal to them still. It's just not normal to them. So they're going to want a more peaceful life. Even if they want the excitements of the city, country girls still want that sitting out on the porch at night, sipping a lemonade, or iced tea, maybe a beer or wine, and looking at the stars, hearing nature sing, like the crickets and the birds. They can enjoy those things better. They can enjoy the picnics better. They can enjoy when you take somebody out and court somebody, because they come from a smaller town where people actually dated and courted, because everybody knew each other. You can't just get over. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they can appreciate going to nicer restaurants or establishments and nicer things, because guess what? They don't have the amenities of a metropolitan city in the country. So, moving that is a little bit different in the city than it is in the country. You get what I'm saying? And the nightlife is completely different. But same thing. You could take a country girl, you meet a country girl in the city. You could take her to a hole in the wall because you don't want to be in the nightclubs. She's cool with that. She kind of grew up around holes in the walls. You got a yard. She might actually wind up being in your backyard, gardening, because that's how she grew up. She doesn't have a problem with pets, and she doesn't have a problem connecting with people, or even saying I can't deal with these people. I feel awkward in this situation. But they have a little bit more tact, because like I said, it's like being in a classroom in a city. Difference between public school and private school. Public school, they say the classrooms are overpacked, so everybody can't really get the lesson, so you only got a few intellectuals or few smart kids, because there's so much going on in the class that the information won't reach everybody, because everybody's not trying to learn at the same time, at the same pace. And so you got people, the cream rise to the top, because they have to work on their intellect in spite of all the distractions. But then you get to private schools, smaller classrooms, more individual, more one-on-one individual teacher-student teaching to get people on the same level at the same time. Some people might get it, so you can help this student over here, type of thing. Same kind of mentality. So, in my opinion, country girls should be on the table too. And they're closer. Country girls gotta cook. They ain't got that many fast food spots and restaurants in the country. They gotta. They want to clean because they know they don't want pests and bugs in their house. And if you're in the right city at the right time, and she's from the country, the way she live, you might live better than she does, and she might, and where you're at might just be a come up for her, and she can accept where you're at, even if you ain't on the best level. You don't have to be a millionaire for a country girl, because she might have humble beginnings. So where you at seems pretty doggone good. Which, lessens the tension, and those kind of people can make a dollar stretch, which lessens the financial tension of, you're supposed to be here, we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do that. And one other thing about people from the country, people from the country know how to save money, keep money in their pocket. Just because they may not look like they got money, but they got money. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why some of them stay out in the country. They don't want to deal with the shenanigans. They can go out in the city whenever they feel like it and party like you, as you said back in the day, you city slickers, and drive on back home to their nice, calm, peaceful life. So I'm just saying that should be on the table. Peace.